You guys want to see some progress? Ooh, hoo, hoo. Look at that. Hey. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah. Cover was not the most comfortable with Vastra's presence. Hi, Bud. Hi, pretty girl. Huh. Once upon a time, this would have never been tolerated. Ever. Yeah. Ooh. Whew. Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Welcome back to another session of Random Rambles. Guys, why do we as a species, as human beings, have to be so judgmental? Like, real honestly, quick to be judgmental too. Like, we don't never have to meet a person. Don't never have to actually have an interaction with the person. Don't never have actually even had a quote said about something from a person, and are quick to judge a person. First glance, right off the bat, nothing needed. We judge for all sorts of reasons. We can judge a person based off of somebody else's past. We'll be like, oh, well, if you're associating with that person because that person used to do this, and that, then that must mean you are also all the negative things that person used to be involved in. None of that makes no sense. But this is my random ramble. Sometimes things I say aren't gonna make sense. But the point is, people are judgmental, and I just wonder why. You know, I think honestly, it's really probably stems just from back our prehistoric times. When it's natural for us, even still, but it came from back then to have a fear of everything new and different and change, right? Like every new plant that you came across could have some type of consequence. You could touch this plant and suddenly start itching, even though it looked just like this other plant that had medicinal purposes. You know, it was a learning curve. Everything was a learning curve. The animals we interacted with were a learning curve. This one slithering legless thing or whatever. Who knows if there were snakes back then? Giant whatever was safe, but this thing not so much. This one bites you and you die. It was a learning curve. So naturally, everything new, change wise, was scary. We weren't quite so open to it. We shied away from new things. But we've come a long way, or so you would think. So you would think. You would think that we've come a long way, but in reality, while we are more open to change, because obviously we've come a long way, that there's massive amounts of technology now, obviously changes have happened, but in more simplest of ways, we haven't. Like just general interacting with other living beings. We still have that inherent cautiousness when it comes to interacting with other living beings. With that, whether that's a natural, that weird fear of spiders or snakes from way back when, even if you have no explanation for it. Like, even if everybody around you loves snakes, and you still have that natural first fear. Like, that's just inherited from years back of when we didn't know nothing about snakes, and they were all dangerous as far as we were concerned. And I just wonder if there's ever a way of getting over that, if we'll ever get over that as human beings. I don't think we will. I think judgment and fear and cautiousness will always be a thing. And I guess it's a natural thing. It's natural for us to be able to be cautious so that we can survive. But unfortunately, that just means that we're so quick to just judge people for nothing. We can walk down the street and walk past people in nice clothes and suits and everything and smile and feel safe, but we walk past a person who is in dirty clothes with scruffy looking face and overall homeless looking appearance, and we clutch our purses a little tighter. We move over, we cross the street. We get a sense of unsafeness from that individual as opposed to somebody who has a cleaner appearance. That's all judgments off of something in our brain is telling us that something about this person is dangerous. It's an automatic judgment. Even though that very person could very well have been a military person who literally gave up everything to went and fought war after war after war for some of the rights that we have today, but came back and got rewarded with nothing and is now on the streets. And that happens way too often. And we shy away from those people. We act like they're dangerous, like they're a danger to us when they literally fought so that we could have a safe life, so we could have a general safe world. That things are all going to shit these days, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, we pass judgment on that person, and that person is probably one of the safest people you could ever be around because they put everything out there to protect us. I don't like judgments. I particularly don't like judgments about me and my character, and especially if you have not even taken the time to interact with me. I guess that's really what this is all stemming down to. I don't like being judged for something that is outside of my control. I don't like being judged for the actions or past actions of another person that I might be interacting with. Who I interact with does not fully describe my character. Because you don't like somebody that I interact with does not mean that I am the things you don't like about that person, you know? Now, I get it. If it's something heinous, I get it. I would want to know if I was interacting with somebody who has done something heinous. Like anything that involves the assault of another person's body, sexually or whatever, I don't want anything to do with people like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be associated really with people who are current hardcore drug users. Does that mean I'm going to be held against the person that I am currently involved with or associating with who might have had a previous history with drug use? I'm not going to do that because I don't believe in judging a person solely on their past. We've all done things that we don't like. We all done things that we look back and cringe hard about and wish we could have taken back. And I don't think those things should be held against a person. Now, like I said, that has its limits. Anything heinous that involves sexually assaulting of somebody else's body and all those such things, murder, all that. I mean, not talking military, not talking heinous outright just for the funs and kicks of it, murdering and all that. Like, I'm not trying to associate with that, but the simplest of things, a small petty crime history. I'm not judging somebody on that. You know, stealing when they were teenagers. I'm not judging somebody on that. I'm not judging somebody on a past drug use when they've gotten their lives together and everything is going good for them and they're going good and taking care of themselves. I'm not going to hold that against somebody. But there are too many people who are quick to continue to hold those things against people, and that's the problem. Judgments go in all sorts of different ways. It's immediate and it's long term, and it could be from something that's happening right now or something that happened forever ago that they just cannot let go in their mind. And some of things are lasting forever. And yeah, we'll never forget the phases that those people have gone through. We'll never forget that negative thing. But does that mean we should continue to hold those things against people? I don't think so. And that's just what I'm about. And then to judge people around those people based off of those things, it's just not okay. It's not cool. But I don't even know really, what this is going for in my brain. But you know what? The fact of the matter is, judgments suck. And it's important for us to really acknowledge our judgments and when they're happening and why they're happening. If we're finding ourselves looking at a person with suspicion or feeling unsafe, really process that. Process what it is actually about this individual that is making us feel unsafe. Is it just their clothing? And then potentially thinking, well, why is their clothing the way it is? If you are judging somebody off of something that has been told to you about a person, really process that as well, because sometimes listening to other people's opinions about other people is not the best way to go. Now, yes, it is a way that we also stay safe. We all talk to each other about people who we don't think are safe. We also are a conniving group of species of people. We suck. We lie and we say things that aren't true about other people, and so it's up to us to decipher through that and to really process and find out stuff for ourselves, and not let other people's judgments create our own judgments, and not hold the past of other people uh, to them, against them, and against everyone around them, and just stop with the judgments so quickly. Process your judgments, I guess is all I'm saying. Process your judgments. We all got them, and there's nothing wrong with them. It's kind of a way that we survive. Like I said, it's just the inherent thing of how we survive. We judge things like based off of how uncomfortable it makes us feel, and uncomfortable things mean danger. It is inherent. I get it, but it's our job to process that and to register that for what it is, and either continue to be cautious because you register that this is a real danger, or register that what you're feeling is not logical, is not, maybe not logical, but not really relevant to what's actually happening, and be more open to pulling down those judgments when you actually recognize them, instead of allowing yourself to act upon those judgments, and physically move yourself across the street, or physically just shoulder somebody off, or whatever the case may be, however you're dealing with that. So the ramble is now rambling into rambles, a ramble that has no like anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So yeah, rambling out. You all take care.